So I was up till late last night, and before I went to sleep, I had the opportunity to see the big trade that happened in the NBA overnight. When I first saw this, I literally thought, nah, I must be passed out somewhere. I must be in like a deep sleep. There ain't no way this is real. I'm going to wake up and see, like, wow, I had the craziest dream because there's no way this is really happening. That was my initial thought. And it feels like we're in an episode of The Twilight Zone. Fasten your seatbelts for the realest Eagles and Sixers YouTuber! One who plays no clickbait and gets to the point! The myth, the legend, Nicky Steves! Come to my channel, you know the deal. Yo, boy, always keeps things real. I'm simply statue, think they slate, dropping unrealistic man, 2K takes for the clip. Even though cats like that get views closer to the milli, never hear me preach, look on to Philly. Before you watch the Eagles all the way through the early 22, authentic talk, forget what others do. Come to my channel, you know the deal. Yo, boy, always keeps things real. The 24/7, 365 way. Sports content for the reals that feel the day. Seriously, like this is legitimately the most Twilight Zone 2K rebuild, my league fantasy trade come to life. Seriously, like nobody saw this coming. This legit is not recency bias because it just happened less than 12 hours ago. This is legit the most shocking, I wouldn't even say NBA, probably the most shocking sports trade I've ever seen, legitimately. And like, I think legit, we'll look back on this in a year, assuming something else crazy doesn't happen, and say that this is the most shocking trade we've seen in our lifetimes, folks. Legitimately. These are all the official details. The Dallas Mavericks are sending Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, Markieff Morris to the Lakers. And the Mavs are getting Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first rounder. And the third team in this trade, the Utah Jazz, is getting Jalen H. Schifino. I'm usually bad with those those unorthodox last names, and 2 second-round picks. But that's seriously. I know I'm repeating, but this legit sounds like a 2K trade, like legitimately. And I'm sure everybody who's played 2K at some point in their lives either still does currently or did so within the past 5 years thinks the same thing, legitimately, because this does not seem real at all. Like, I honestly I knew it was real when it first happened, but I felt like it was a dream. Honestly, that's how I felt initially. Like, I know it's real, but I'm waiting to wake up. Like, that's what it felt like. It just felt like an odd dream that you wake up and tell your sports friends, family members, or coworkers about. That's what this felt like for real. Because you don't see this type of trade happening. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, honestly. Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving were getting recognition as the best current backcourt in the NBA. I did a YouTube short around finals time last year saying that Luka and Kyrie were the best backcourt in the NBA currently, but not a top 5 yet. And in that, I said maybe within a few years they could be a top 5 all-time backcourt, just not yet, with the expectation that they would stick together as teammates for a few more seasons. They lasted less than a year as teammates after I recorded that. Less than a year after a finals run, that backcourt's been split up. Luka's going to the Lakers. Like, I don't get this at all. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. I don't think I've ever seen a superstar player who led a finals run traded less than a year afterward. Like, this trade would have made more sense if the Mavs made it as a play-in and either got eliminated in the opening round or got bounced out in the play-in last season, then this trade would have made more sense. Because there were rumors around like the springtime that Luka may want out, but that was before the finals run. Once the finals run happened, those rumors got put to rest, and we thought, all right, Luka's definitely going to stay. There ain't no way he's going to be traded. Like, trying to figure out what happened. Like, I'm like, I can't think of a reasonable explanation. It's got to the point where I'm trying to explain it to myself. I'm coming out with wacky conspiracy theories. Is this a publicity stunt to get people talking? Like, I'm coming up with these crazy conspiracy theories just because there's no rational explanation at the moment. I mean, why would you trade your superstar player to a team in the same conference less than a year after a finals run? I know the Mavs are at the play-in spot and Luka's missed time, but that's still not a reason to trade him. I mean, you're still technically in the play-in as of today. I don't understand. I mean, I understand they're getting Anthony Davis, who's the top center in the NBA today, and you got AD and Kyrie. They could still be, I don't know if they're going to be contenders anymore. They could still be a playoff team. I could see that with AD there. As long as he stays healthy, I could see AD, Kyrie, and they still got some decent depth pieces. They still got Max Christie, and they still got some of the other guys they still got Klay Thompson as number 3 on that team. So they still have a little decent roster, PJ Washington guys. So there's a possibility they could still make the playoffs, but I don't know if this team's going to be contenders. I mean, we'll have to see how Anthony Davis meshes with Kyrie and Klay Thompson. And on the flip side, with the Lakers, we're going to see how does Luka mesh with LeBron. Now, we kind of seen that Luka and LeBron have a mutual respect for each other. They kind of have a tight bond. So I could see that being a factor, too, that maybe there was a bit of a friendship between them, and that played a role in this. However, I still don't understand, though, and I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone. And trying to figure out, why would you trade your superstar after a finals run? I'm going to repeat myself. I could understand if the Mavs made the play-in and lost, or lost in the opening round. I could have seen this happening. But once the Mavs went on that finals run, all the rumors of Luka being unhappy were put to rest. So I'm now trying to figure out, why would this happen? I mean, was there an internal conflict behind the scenes that we don't know about? Was there a contract dispute behind the scenes that hasn't gone public yet? Was there shouting matches between Luka the coach or Luka the owner that we don't know about yet? Which seems really odd to me. I mean, what's going on? I'm really trying to figure this out. Was there issues with LeBron and AD that we don't know about? Was there issues between Luka and Kyrie we don't know about? I mean, I'm just asking myself 900 random questions to try to make this thing make sense. I know this may sound like an incoherent rambling at this point, but honestly, this doesn't make much sense. And the best I can do at this point is just give it time to try to sort it out and try to see why this happened. But now back to the actual details itself. Now, for the Lakers, you get yourself another superstar, someone who seems to mesh well with LeBron, but we haven't actually seen them play as teammates, so we don't know how that's going to work. Yeah, sure, they may have a good bond with each other, during post-game interactions when the Lakers play the Mavs, or an All-Star weekend, or anytime LeBron shows, I'm sure he showed up to the finals games, at least 1 or 2 last year, maybe. They had a few nice interactions with each other. Maybe they talked a few times. Maybe Luka's learned some advice from LeBron. So maybe there's that to factor in. But there's a difference between occasionally talking to each other and having good rapport or good friendship versus actually playing together in the same locker room. And I'm not saying they can't do it. I'm just saying we'll see how well it works with those two now that they're actually teammates. I mean, this could take a little bit of time for Luka to settle in, get used to playing under LeBron, because now he's going from being the lead guy to playing under LeBron James, because the Lakers is LeBron's team as long as he's playing. How does Luka adjust from being the alpha dog to now having to play behind LeBron? I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. Maybe does it take a week or two for them to, does Luka to settle in before they really start to reach their potential? Maybe. We'll see. But the question is, when is Luka officially going to play? I mean, if you guys know, you can let me know in the comments. We'll have to see about that. Now for Anthony Davis. Now the Mavs get themselves a good big man that can rebound. I mean, maybe that's part of what they wanted. They wanted to, and plus Anthony Davis can score on offense too. So maybe that's what they wanted. They wanted some better defense. So maybe they went with Anthony Davis. I mean, maybe they saw some red flags with Luka with immaturity behind the scenes that we don't know about. And maybe they feel Anthony Davis is more humble and mature. Maybe. I don't know. But for the Mavs now, they do get themselves, like I said, a good, well-rounded player in Anthony Davis. So we'll see how that meshes well. Does he, add that extra layer as a rebounder and a dominant man inside the paint that the Mavs haven't had? Well, you still got Kyrie can be and Clay can be your 1 and 2s, your go-to scorers. Maybe that's what they're looking to go with. And I don't know if that's really going to work out as well. Maybe it might. Maybe it might take a little bit of time for them to adjust, but we'll see how that works out. I mean, as of now, I think if Luka fits in well with his role, if he's able to mesh well with LeBron, maybe they could make a run and contend. I think AD with the Mavs still keeps them in playoff contention, but I don't know how they would fare against teams like the Thunder in the center with Anthony Davis. But time will tell on that one. And for the Jazz, they just get a depth piece and a few extra picks for the future. They're kind of the odd wheel in this trade, but they are a part of it, so they get something. But, I'm curious to see how this works with the Lakers and Mavs. On paper, this is a win for the Lakers, but we still got to give it time to see who true winners are. But that's all I got to say for now, man. I'm still trying to process the fact that this happened, man. This is still kind of an awkward subject to talk about, and I know it is for a lot of people, man. But, man. All right, we'll see, though. I think as of now, the Lakers have the potential to contend. Mavs, probably still a playoff team, but I don't know if they're going to contend with AD. Time will tell, though. Maybe he adds that layer of defense that the Mavs need to contend. We'll see. But I think the Lakers are better off on paper, but time will tell, like I said. You guys can comment. Let me know what you think of the trade, who you think the winners and losers are going to be. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more content. That's all I got for you for now. So until next time, it's your boy Nicky Stees signing off. Have a great day. Peace.